So, welcome to my podcast channel. This is Finding Rest with Adia Delican. I hope you're having a great week so far. Definitely like and share and subscribe to my podcast. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, I hope you are finding rest in your own journey because my goal as the rest coach helping with self-care for those to find rest, and this includes your mind, body, soul, and spirit. So finding that balance is always important because self-care is priority. So I hope you listen in to this podcast today because I wanted to share some things, some tips and tricks that I am learning and I want to share today over the last few weeks that I feel that will be beneficial for you. So let's hop in. If you haven't already read my book, Rest Finding Yourself as a Woman Again is a best-selling book, and I talk about various areas where I have learned to re- recharge myself and find a balance. And one thing I've heard feedback from people who have read my book is that it's simple, it's straightforward, and it's relatable. So if you haven't read my book, definitely read it. Find it on Amazon, just type in my name and you will find it, and it's a reasonable price. If you're looking for autographed copy, reach out to me. So I felt the topic today is beneficial, especially with us transitioning from summer to fall, and we are in that period of change. For some reason in September, I've noticed over the last several years, just in all areas of my life personally, that change always happens, and sometimes we are not prepared for the change. And I have learned and prepped myself because for some reason, when I got sick in September of 2018, and even years before that, different things were happening, I noticed that it was around this period of time where those changes happen. So I know we're entering into a new month, but definitely this is something that if you are in the same boat as me with change and you're raising your hand and you're saying, yes, I totally agree. There is so much going on. I don't know why every time it happens around this time. Here's some things that I've learned to prepare my mind, my body, and my spirit in order to not be stressed out, in order to get from the next point to the next point and also gain stuff done. So if you have a pen and paper handy, definitely get ready to write some things down because I definitely feel that in order to find self-care for yourself and find that mindset of not being overly stressed out, it requires you to now step away from where you're at right now and look into what's going on in your life to see what are some things that I need to do to modify or change that will decrease the stress level that I'm currently having. Number one, the first thing, how do you start your day? I talk about this all the time, but I feel talking about this is important because if you're not starting your day on the right foot, then it becomes more difficult to recreate a better day, if you understand what I'm saying. So, how you start your day does include how you get up in the morning. Do you get up and just roll out of bed and go and start doing your activities? Do you slow down for a minute, give some thanks, and start your activities? Or do you prep yourself? Preparation is the key. So a few things that I have been doing that I feel that's beneficial, and you can try it if you're not trying already, is to set your schedule for the day and do it the night before. Why do I say that? Because when you are setting yourself up for success the day before, your mind's at rest, you will get your sleep because you've let go of all the thoughts are going through your mind, and now you're ready to start your day on the right foot. This includes the time you get up, what you do in the morning for yourself, also making sure you're prepping for your food, also the times that you will eat, work, if you're working, those times scheduled in. If you have any appointments, you schedule all those things in. Also, meal planning, so prepping yourself on what you're going to eat for the day. I am a true believer that if you plan for what you want to do for the day, not for the week. I know that most of us are so adamant about getting stuff done a week ahead of time. I am now going to challenge those who are unable to do that, which I'm one of them, to just prep for yourself for that next day. So what I do for myself, because since my kids are in school, they're able to eat at school and they eat their breakfast, so it's easy during the week. So I prep myself for myself. Don't worry about anyone else but yourself. So I make sure I know what I'm going to have for breakfast. And I'm doing a little different stuff, which I will be sharing down the road. And then at the end of the day, I have my dinner, and pretty much I prep myself for the day of what I'm going to have. Whether it's water, how much water I'm going to drink, I have it set up, put in the fridge, what I'm going to have for my morning meal, what I'm going to have throughout the day, and also for dinner, what I'm going to prep for my family. All that is done, then my mind's at rest. And you can actually write it down if that works for you. You can put it on your phone calendar. You can do whatever you want, but prep yourself, write it down, and let it go. Is set for the next day. Number two, so even though you're prepping and everything else, it's also important to make sure that you are taking care of you first thing in the morning, and also every day of the morning. So, for example, if you are someone who doesn't exercise, I am going to put it out there because I know there's so much information going around saying that you don't need to exercise, you don't need to do this, but our bodies are required to move. Movement is so important. Even if it means you're not going to do a true exercise regimen, you will definitely have to move your body throughout the day. The majority of us that work from home or work in the office, you're sitting down most of the time. When I was a nurse in the hospital, we hardly ever sat down. I know my fellow nurses and medical people, those who are on their feet throughout the day for 12 to 16 hour shift, we don't sit. But now that I am at home working with my job, working my businesses and stuff, I sit more during the day. So I know that I need to move first thing in the morning in order to make sure that I am getting my cardiovascular health in line, and also helping to raise all of the right hormones and all of the good levels of stuff in my body, so that my brain, which is also working 8 to 10 hours throughout the day for work, to be able to function clearly. So I know some people work out in the evening. If you work out in the evening, that's awesome. I don't have time for that. But if you're someone who doesn't have time during the day to work out, I recommend, highly recommend, first thing in the morning, get yourself up earlier. If it means 30 minutes to an hour earlier, get up and get moving. It can require you just to do walking. Walking is the most easiest and beneficial thing to do for your health. If you walk for 30 minutes every day, you will burn calories, you will help with your heart to stay strong. You're going to help with circulation. You're going to pretty much have more energy throughout the day, and you're going to have more mental clarity. So those are some benefits of exercising. Highly recommend it. I'm never ever going to discourage it because it is part of our human body that we need to be moving. We were not meant to just stay still just because. If you're not able to move, like if you have some medical conditions that are going on that you don't have the ability to move, there's still opportunities to seek help and direction through your medical providers, get some type of therapy through whatever plans you may have with your health insurance or with your providers. Talk with your doctor on what you can do to start helping with moving your body. Number three, when you are making sure that you are trying to keep your stress level low, one thing I like to do is listen to good music. So when we talk about good music, I know each person's different. Some people like rock, some people like jazz, some people like meditation, different types of music, whatever you want to call it. but what you put into your head throughout the day is how your body's going to react. So, for example, if you are someone who is starting your day and you just have all this hard core music running through your head the whole day, and then you have words that are not really particular and good for your mind, whereas it's throwing you off and you're wondering why you feel like, I'm not even going to swear about it, but you know what I mean. Like you don't really feel like yourself. It is the words that you are singing into your mind that's causing you to have that negative affect of that music. So, one thing I recommend when you start your day is find some meditation music, something that will clear your mind, let go of the negativity to start your day. I use an app called Aura, and I started using it in the last few weeks, and it has different various musics and calming things and meditation. And I actually tried it during my work time for like an hour when I was really like getting boggled up, and I used it and it cleared my mind. I was able to calmly get what I needed done in quicker time because I was not putting in stuff that was throwing me off, and pretty much with my mental psyche, it was a whole lot better for that day. So choose something that will help you to achieve your goals and will prevent you from being stressed out. If you still love that music, definitely after you're done with whatever you need to do, or if you're trying to trying to concentrate on things, then when you're done, choose your music. If it's something that works for you, I'm not going to discourage it. But for me, this is something that has worked for me because there are some music that I like. But when I start to use it with with something I'm trying to get done, I don't get done because I'm probably like dancing and singing and I'm so distracted and I'm wondering what am I supposed to be doing. So I challenge you, check and see whether it's something you put in your head. Also, making sure that you are helping yourself to develop more each day. So we are created to learn, and we never outlearn ourselves. So as a nurse, I've always learned that there's always new things, there's always new developments. We are always learning new research, new things are coming. As as a professional, it's so important to make sure that you're learning new things that are out there. So making sure you're up to date with stuff, reading stuff. There are so many easy ways of getting cliff notes. I know there's podcasts like that. I forgot what they call it, but learn how to learn new things. Know what's going on around you. Don't be a silo. Make sure you understand what's going on around you because then it's less stress for you. Also, I choose not to listen to what everybody says. That's the next thing. If you nitpick everybody's thought process on what's going on and what their own theory is, that can stress you out. And social media has caused a lot of havoc, to be honest with you, on people's own point of views, which I think is great that we can have our own point of views. But you are your own person, so decide what works for you and stick with it. Don't worry about what other people think about it. It is you that's on your own journey of helping yourself on making sure that you are achieving your goals and you are still at rest and peace with yourself. When we are stuck in that little bubble of what other people are thinking around us, we will never ever achieve our goals. That's the honest truth. Things will stay incomplete. Things will never get done, and then you feel why I'm at this age not able to get my goals done or finish something. So I hope this was helpful. There's so many other stuff I can talk about on and on that I personally have learned to get rid of stress. But one thing that is so important is to make sure you have a balance in your life. So your mental health, if you need some type of guidance, if you need therapy, seek help for your mental health. For your physical health, if you are sick, you're trying to heal, you're trying to find out how to lose weight, seek help, learn what works, find what works for you, and also find someone that can work with you. Maybe someone else is trying to lose weight. So both of you guys help each other and push each other to the next level. And your spiritual health, if you're spiritually seeking the right way or what you're supposed to be doing, it requires you to find your research, read what you need to read, learn, and stick with it. So I hope this helps for today. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a course that is about 7 steps to finding rest, and it's all about very simple, all about the triad of the mind, body, and spirit. And also, it's at your own pace of going through each module and just stepping back and slowing down and thinking of the right areas in your life that you are missing out on, that you're not finding rest in. So, if you are interested in starting with the course, definitely click on the link in the podcast notes or in the comments inside the YouTube video. But definitely it is something that I have gone back to several times on my own just to build back what I've learned. Also with the book, make sure you're reading the book. It is so good because it's short, it's right to the point, and you can just go back to it as many times as you want, which I do personally as well. But pretty much overall, if you're looking for someone with coaching, if you're trying to do one-on-one coaching, definitely reach out to me. I am taking new clients as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And we'll talk soon. So may you find rest in your journey. Have a good one.